Hello and welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute-a-day podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse, recorded here in the dining room of the Bible Bistro, located in Sharonville, Ohio. Hey there, friend. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. Well, we've started studying here Psalm 125 this week. We've looked at verse 1 and verse 2. I'm calling this the Psalm of a distinction with a difference because we're separating between those who trust in the Lord and those who do not. We're going to see here in verse 3 something of the do-nots. So we've had the do's. Those who trust in the Lord, they're like Mount Zion. They stand forever. They can't be moved. And those who trust in the Lord are surrounded by the Lord. The Lord surrounds his people, just like the mountains surround Jerusalem. Again, two similitudes using the city, the mountains, as the example. And of course, the mountains have been our focus, going all the way back to Psalm 121, because we're in the Ascent Psalms, that second psalm. I look into the hills, from whence cometh my help? My help cometh from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He's looking off into the mountains. He sees the mountains. He doesn't know where Jerusalem is, but he knows he needs help to get there. And the mountains have figured in all of these, well, not all of them, but many of these Ascent Psalms, and here we come to it again as an example of the Lord's blessing on his own people. They're unmovable, they abide forever. The Lord surrounds them like the mountains surround the city, now and forever. Again, that idea of eternality is important here. We come today to verse 3. Now, let me read it for you. I'm going to read the King James here. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity. Okay, so here's another way in which the Lord blesses his people. Okay, those who trust are like Mount Zion that can't be moved. Those who trust, he calls them his people, and he surrounds them like the mountains surround Jerusalem. Here it is again. The Lord is caring for his people, and it says, the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous. Now, it might come upon the lot of the righteous. The Lord may use the rod of the wicked, just like he used Nebuchadnezzar to punish Jerusalem, but it won't rest there. And it didn't, because the Lord used it for a time, a season, and then removed it. And so he says here, the rod of the wicked will not rest upon the lot of the righteous. The Lord oversees his people. And why? In order that the righteous don't put forth their hand unto iniquity, that is, to sin. Because the influence of the wicked on the righteous might cause them to sin. And the Lord's not going to allow that to happen. He's not going to allow them to be tempted above that which they can bear. Remember that passage from 1 Corinthians. So, the distinction with the difference. There's a difference between the wicked and the righteous. And you'll notice that in verse 3, we have the wicked and the righteous mentioned each 2 times. So it's the rod of the wicked, the lot of the righteous. In order that the righteous, the hand of the wicked. So we don't, this idea of the distinction is important here because the Lord is drawing a line. He's saying, these people, the wicked, they don't trust in the Lord. They're not his people because they don't trust in the Lord. And so he's not going to allow them to influence his people to wickedness. So that's an important distinction here. Verse 3 really is kind of the hub. Around verse 3 spins all the ideas here in these 5 verses. The first 2 verses are all about the Lord surrounding and keeping his people. Here it is again in verse 3. He introduces the wicked, and we're going to see the wicked again there in verse 5. So we'll come to that on Friday. I hope you'll join me tomorrow as we're going to read verse 4 here on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. For more fresh and delicious Bible studies, podcasts, books, and more, check out the Bible Bistro online and on YouTube. Join me again next time for Daily Dose Radio.